Awesome, awesome. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Robin DeMio, and I am here in colorful Colorado. It is a cold day today, but the sun is shining, so we are so excited. I'm very, very excited to have my special guest on this morning, and we have some amazing things to tell you this morning. So if you are here live, great. If you are here watching on Transformation Lifestyles, that's awesome too. And if you are watching on the recording, then welcome on. We've already done the call, but you're going to hear some great news too. So let's get started. I just want to introduce myself very quickly. My name again is Robin DeMio. I have been with this amazing company for 6 years, little over 6 years. And wow, has it changed my life. It has been a wild and fun and amazing ride. And there are so many wonderful things happening. You know, I started with a company called Limu, and Limu had just one line of products. And I loved every single one of those products. Those products had a super nutrient in them called fucoidan. I was not interested in looking for a business because I was sick and I was tired. And honey, I was sick and tired. And I want to say that I needed some real nutrition in my body, and that's what I found Limu. And when I actually came on, I thought, you know, I'm not really interested in a business, but I know there might be some people out there who might be interested. So I started sharing with people, I was inviting, and lots of people started getting help. And that was a really beautiful thing, because when you can see someone's life change, that makes all the difference in the world. It actually helps you to feel better when you can see someone else's life changed. And so we pressed forward, and I made a decision that I was going to give this a try for at least a couple of years. And I thought maybe this could get me out of the rut that we had been in. You see, my husband had lost his good job. With that went our health insurance. With that, my health started going down the toilet, because, you know, stress plays a part in how our bodies react. And we lost our home. We lost our truck. It was repossessed out of the front yard. We had financial loss after financial loss. And then I got sick. And when I got sick, I didn't just not feel good. I was sick. I was in bed sick. And sometimes I had to crawl around on the floor so that I could get my kids their breakfast and get them off to school. Because by that time, my husband had to go down to New Orleans to work on Hurricane Katrina. He actually is still working for that same company all these years later, but he was gone. So here I was, like a single mom, and I have 5 children. I still had 3 in the house at the time. And I made a decision that I needed to help us. And so when I got better, and as I was getting better, I started to learn about all the different things, all the different reasons why network marketing was a really good fit for me. So, you know, I didn't have to pay an overhead. I didn't have to go out to a job. I could actually work from my home. I could go to people's houses. I could share with them. I could meet in a coffee shop. I could use my phone for my business tool. And that started really paying off for me and for us. We started changing our financial future in a very short time. Went to a significant income in just 3 months. We were able to make a house payment and a car payment. How many of you would a house payment and a car payment help? Additionally, if you were only doing something part-time? Well, it helped us. And so just in about a 5.5 months period of time, we were going to such a significant income. I started passing up my husband's income at that time. So we saw a massive change, and I was feeling so great. My body was doing really well. And then a couple of years later, I guess about 5 years later, we were introduced to NewAge Ariix. and our companies merged, and now my company, Limu, became a brand within the house of brands. And I love that because now we have so many more things that we have people to offer. So we have health products, we have clean air, we have clean water, we have essential oils, we have all kinds of things that everybody here and everybody around the world is already using in their life. They're already spending money on supplements. Most people take some kind of a supplement. They're already spending money on water. They might be buying bottled water and don't know that that's not good for you. They might be purchasing their protein powder from Amazon or from the health food store. So why not redirect your spending and bring it into your own home-based business? That way, you can write these things off on your taxes. I love that I get to write my clean, healthy energy off on my taxes because it is a business expense now. I love that. So we had some real success, and now I get to share with people all around the world. We have teams all around the world. You have an opportunity that's a global opportunity. And we get to meet some amazing people. We get to meet some really fun, successful leaders. And wow, this guy that I'm going to tell you about here in just a minute, he's my guest. I met him officially. I met him at our last event in Destin, Florida. And I've seen him around. You think that there's a superstar and you can't really get to know them. But Chris Doyle was such an amazing person. He actually was very friendly when we met. He wasn't arrogant. He wasn't unreachable. And I love that. And I'm going to share my screen real quickly. And I'm going to show you just a picture of him and a couple of pictures. So we are NewAge Ariix. And wow, it is a new age and a new era and very, very exciting things happening. So Chris is going to share, but I want to introduce him really briefly. Chris has had several businesses. He's a business owner. He was in the denim industry. He was in the denim processing industry, made millions of dollars. Wasn't really looking for a network marketing business. And when he made a decision with several other successful businessmen, he came over and he helped start up Ariix. And wow, wow, wow. He's such a kind man. He's fun and has beautiful children and grandchildren. And look at his lovely wife. She is a beauty. And so I am going to just, I decided, Chris, that I'm going to introduce you with a little song. Because I thought, why not make it a little more fun? Because Chris, he doesn't know it yet, but he likes to dance. And if you come to Destin, Florida next week, we're going to get Chris to dance a little bit. So everybody help me welcome CEO in NewAge Ariix, Chris Doyle. Are you there, Chris?
I am here.
Awesome. Have you ever had an introduction like that before?
Don't think so, but I'll admit that song is one of my granddaughter's favorites, so I know it very well. I've heard it many times on my, they call those things, not Siri, Alexa. Alexa plays that for me a lot.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's good. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Chris. And I am just really curious for you to share your story. I put the little picture of your book out here because I actually know the story behind that book. And I know about the dog bite. And so many people are going to know about that, and you may or may not share that. But I so enjoyed meeting you in Destin, and we've been able to chat a little bit here and there. But I love your story because I love that you had a vision for business already. You weren't in this industry yet, but you had a business for this, a mind for this, for business and success. And so I would love for you to share, Chris, your story. How did you get involved with NewAge Ariix? How did you come into this industry? What were you doing before? And how did that lead you to where you are right now?
Be happy to, Rob. And thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. It's really hard for me to believe that I've actually been in the industry coming up on 20 years.
Wow.
March the 7th will celebrate my 20th year. I've been only with two companies. I started with a company 20 years ago. And as you said, I came into the industry not really looking for it. I think that would be a really accurate statement. I was looking for another business. I'll be the first to admit I needed, after losing, you mentioned the denim industry. I was at one time employed over 450 people. So I had
Wow.
a huge payroll. We were the largest contractor in the United States for Lee apparel, the Lee jeans. But we did Lee Jeans, Gap, Calvin Klein. I could go down the list. I mean, we did 28 different brands. And then when the NAFTA agreement, excuse me, my voice is really weak this morning. When the NAFTA agreement was signed in the mid 90s, our government made a decision to open the trade borders to Mexico. And long story made short, I was a multimillionaire and I lost almost $9 million, 8.5 according to my account, at 8.6 million, I believe was his actual number, in about 20 months. So I lost a lot of money fast. And somebody said, "Hey, can you lose that much money?" Well, if you have debt and you have employees and you sign leases, my rent was 13,000 a month. So my utility bill was 25,000 a month.
Oh
Plus
my.
payroll was 100,000 a week. There's just so many things. It doesn't take long to lose some money. And I wish I could tell you that I was smart and went out and I found network marketing. I did not. I was blackmailed into even looking. I had this Well, I mean, I had an attitude that, and I don't mean it in any disrespect to companies, but I mean, I had been to an Amway meeting and I watched this guy who was broke draw circles on a board. And here was the point. I was already making a lot of money. So I really wasn't paying any attention. My income was in the blue jean business there was months I was making 200,000 a month profit. So I knew what it was like to make a lot of money. And so I only tell you that because I was needing something. So here I was going to bed at night praying because I lost my company and I was pretty bad position in life. And my nephew's trying to get me to look at the industry and I stood him up, wouldn't show up. So all the people on here that I got people that won't show up, I was one of those guys that would tell you I would listen and I wouldn't listen and I would hide and didn't answer my phone. That's just what it was. But when I saw it, you've got to understand if you're a business person, I've really never had a job, meaning that someone only for very short periods of time in my life, maybe a couple of years total. On the other times, I've always been an entrepreneur, work for myself. But as a business owner, you look at risk versus return. I had told when I lost my company, I have a really close friend that's, I don't know what he's worth, probably $500 million. And I said, well, all I'm looking for is a company that has low overhead, no employees, low startup costs because I'm bankrupt, but has unlimited income potential. And I laughed. And he said, yeah, when you find that, let me know. Well, little did I know it was there. And so the industry that gets a bad reputation, and what I mean that is the network marketing industry does, because so many bad companies don't have the right things in mind. They don't know how to make this work the right, if that makes any sense. They don't know how to build a company. So the first company I was with, great company, made a lot of money, but it was never set up for the long haul. It was never designed. Unfortunately, they didn't even know that. I spoke to one of the owners on the phone yesterday, former owners. And so that company didn't survive. We went 12 years. It was a great run, made a bunch of money, about $4.5 million with that company. And then long story made short, it went out of business. The owner died. A lot of bad things happened, not set up to make it go long term. And we found Ariix. And what a ride it's been. All I can say is I've been here 8 years. We just celebrated 8 years. We actually went in the system on Valentine's Day. So not quite 8 years, but we made the decision. The only reason I remember is my daughter's birthday. I remember being out of town. I missed her birthday to talk to the people about Ariix. And her birthday, we celebrated it yesterday. So I remembered 8 years ago yesterday that we made the choice that this was the company we were going to go with.
Wow.
And so, I don't know from where you wanted to talk about is that I think the big problem with most people in network marketing is they don't treat it like a business. You do. I see you doing things every day. The leadership that Lee brought over has been amazing. It's a family atmosphere. I don't know that I could say that about every company I've been with, the other company I was with, And the biggest thing I had trouble learning about network marketing was as a employer, as I had many employees, you're not a boss here. We're all partners. And our objective is to help other people become successful. And as a owner of a company, it was my job to tell people what to do. I didn't know I always thought they liked me. Come to find out, I didn't realize they didn't like me. I didn't know that. And the funny part is people tell me I'm in a pyramid. That's the funny part. I hear this word, you're in one of them pyramid kind of things. I'm like, no, I owned one of those because I was the owner. I was at the top. I had plant managers. I paid $100,000 a year to. I had maintenance people and that were making $60,000, $70,000 a year. That I had employees that were making $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 a year. I can assure you, I was making more than that per week than any one of them. But people yet say my business it's just funny to me. So now in my company here, most you may not know this, Robin. I sponsored Aaron Decker and Dr. Ginger. So
Oh, wow.
sponsor. So I have someone who is a top 3 power ranker every year. They're on my first level, and I love every minute of it. So their income is higher than mine. And do I like that? You better bet I like that because the way our comp plan works and the way we get tagged into things, I'm always calling Aaron after the Fridays or when I paychecks post and say, y'all had a great week because it meant I got paid because of that great week. So it just blows my mind that people think that there's something wrong with the industry. I believe it's one of the greatest industries in the world. We'll take an average person, and I want to use this very clearly, an average person with an above average want to. The want to is usually short term. Everybody, I'm probably that way about getting in shape. I'll go to the gym about 3 times till I get sore, and then I'm not near as motivated. The difference is with business, I'm extreme. It's something that's been bred into me. I'm very focused when it comes to the financial world, and it's as simple as that. I wasn't really good at the industry. About you can learn, and the good news is, where can you go and get a free mentor? Someone who's already done it, who's already been very successful, and their goals are nothing more than to help you succeed. The biggest problem is people want to do it their way, or they figured out another way. And so what I try to teach people is do it my way till you catch me by income. And then when you pass me, we'll look at your way.
Oh, that's good.
Proven ways. I mean, we've already had systems that'll work. And so that's really it, Robin. I mean, it's not rocket scientist. It's really not. I mean, no different than I said in getting shape. Consistency, things over and over. Same thing with this business. Consistency, doing things over and over, finding the things that you do better at. And they're going to be, I'm not good at details. My goodness, you some of these leaving folks, I told Brett Palmer yesterday, I said, I've never seen such detailed work. These people will get so much done. They're such leaders. I'm not a detail person. I'm still a legal pad guy. I write notes on just a notepad. I still use a paper calendar. So you don't have to be high tech.
Me too.
Okay. So, I don't know what direction you want to go with this, but I'd pretty much retired. And so let me say this about business. I think this is kind of an important statement. As much money as I made in the blue jean business, what did I have to show for it at the end? I had debt and I lost it. So if you don't build a business, if you ever get to understanding what network marketing, I'm not telling anybody to quit their day job. If that's what they want and they feel that security, but where can you go and build an income stream? And it doesn't have to be, I heard you say make a house payment. Absolutely. What if you just made enough that it was $1,000 a month? A month. Because that ain't going to be difficult in this comp plan. Very easy to build $1,000 a month income. If you build $1,000 a month income, you know what it would take? I mean, a good example is Social Security. The average Social Security check is $1,100. You work 40 years to get where you can get on it. You have to be 65 or 67. I'm not sure the ages, but I don't really want to depend on that. I mean, to be honest, and yet people want to act like they have to work here. Oh, I'm not making but it's residual. So whether I go to work or not tomorrow or on Saturday morning, I learned about network marketing. And if you're not in a company, I'm going to make this very clear. If you're in network marketing and you're in a company that's based on people joining, signing up, just signing people up, you may make some money, but you won't build a long-term business. You have to have hot products. Tim Sells taught me that. And I started studying the industry, quit listening to hype of other people. And I'll put it this way, Robin, no matter what happened, you're not quitting that Limu 5X. You love it. I don't have to ask the Limu people. It changed your life. The same way I feel about Denali and Moa. So there's products that make difference in our lives, and it could be skincare. If you start looking in this industry, people become very loyal to something they're having great success with. So if it's all about just the recruiting and it's about just about the money, you'll never build residual income.
That's
People
good.
don't want to hear that. They say it's just the facts. The companies won't last. You've got to have products that people want, people use. And you already mentioned this. We're in an industry that has just redirect spending. I love our house of brands. I mean, obviously now we're NewAge. So Ariix, the company I came with, is now a brand. If you really get down to it, we're just a brand, just like Limu. Now our owners are still in control, running the company, a little bit different case. So we still got our owners out there, but I just see what's coming. And I've already seen it in my own business. The growth we're having right now worldwide is, I think it's due to the pandemic. I think it's caused people to look for alternatives, and I also believe people are looking to build their immunity systems. I think people are looking for some of the products that we already offer.
Yes, I love that. You know, there's something you said, a couple of things that you said that I've known, but I've never really thought about it. And that is, first of all, having a free mentor. Like, we have so many leaders that mentor their people. I've been in companies before, and I've been in the industry many years. I started this industry when I was 19 years old. I started with a cosmetic company, skincare company. Absolutely loved it. I used those products for 25 years, you know, and they didn't, those companies, that first company, it was Mary Kay. I started with Mary Kay. It was an absolutely phenomenal company. They were already an established company that already hit critical mass. They were, I think, 25 or 30 years old when I joined them, and I was just a girl. And they mentored me. And some of the things that I learned then, I use now. I still use, you know, however many years is 38 years later. And I love that. And it was free. It was free. I wasn't making them that much money. Let's just face it. When you sell a tube of mascara and you can make $1.50 or $2 on a tube of mascara, that's not, you know, residual income. However, when you have a product that is consumable, so you drink it or you use it and you wash it down the sink or the toilet, right? You need it again next month if the product is really a great product. And like you said, Chris, I will never go a day without my Limu. And now I have several of the products that I absolutely love, like Moa, like Vanelli and Rejuvenex, and my Skinny Drops. And I love those. And so having a free mentor is so key. How much money I've spent, hundreds of thousands of dollars on mentors, on improving myself, and I give that away to my team, and I give that away to all of you people. And Chris does the same thing. You know, we work together. Chris is at a much higher rank than I am, but he doesn't hold back and say, well, you know, until you get to my status, you know, I'm not going to share anything. He actually links arms with me, and I love that. And the other thing is the residual income portion. People are using products every day anyway, right? They're going to go somewhere and buy their supplements. They're going to go somewhere. And when you find a favorite product, like Chris found Moa or Vanelli, and I found Limu, you stick with that. When it changes your life and changes your health, you will stick with it. And why not share it with other people? Why not do that? And why not do it part-time until you get to a place like Dr. Crystal? She was making, you know, almost $500,000 a year in her chiropractic business. And so when she finally got to the point where she could quit that business, that, you know, seeing 40, 50 patients a day, wrecking her body, you know, the stress was incredible, but she could only help those people each day. Now we can help so many other people. We can help, and I can help Chris, and Chris is going to help a ton of people, and those people are going to help a bunch of people. So I want to ask you a question, Chris, because I know you got the inside scoop on a couple of things. I know you probably aren't going to share a lot of those things, but what excites you the most right now about where NewAge is going, what's happening right now, where we're going as a company with our products, with the worldwide reach that we have? What excites you the very most? Because I know you were going into retirement and you went to meet the owners, and then you changed your mind.
That's a tough question to answer because you say, what's most? There is so many things happening right now in life. I don't think that you hit opportunities. There's certain moments that you're like, you have to seize a moment. And I was with another company when it hit. You mentioned critical mass of Mary Kay. I actually met a lady in my other business that had joined Mary Kay when they had 15,000 consultants.
Wow.
Now they have 3.2 million or something like
Yes,
that.
around the world. Mhm.
So she was that early in the company, and she did extremely well. But in life, in business, it doesn't make any difference whether it's the blue jean business and that, and we were involved in a lot of different changes there. In life, there's this thing is Walmart. We got all people from Arkansas on. There's a moment when certain companies do special things, and everybody tries to say their company's doing it. I will tell you and challenge you to just look at our record. Don't listen to hype. Look at facts. Look at numbers.
That's good.
The best way to describe it is when I joined the company, they had done about, I think, $30 million. And now the company, and with the mergers and everything coming on, we're going to be at $600 million 8 years later.
Wow.
I believe the company will break $1 billion this year. I think we'll go to 1.2 billion. I
Wow.
also believe in 5 years we'll be 3 to 5 billion.
Wow.
That's not hype. That's just go look at the numbers and look at the growth, look at the charts. And that's without anything being really, it could be bigger. I'm being conservative.
Yeah.
Then you add into it the fact that they gave us the opportunity to be a part and then buy stock in the company. So it is difficult for me. I got my phone right here, not to pop up my account and look at the stock. And the funny part is somebody would say, well, let's drop back some. None of us, when I was started buying the stock, I bought some of it at $1.65 a share. I bought a lot at $1.80 a share. I bought a lot at $2 a share. A lot. I was buying all I could afford every single week. And here's the thing: now it's hit 450. For a while, but it's over $4 as time progressive. So you got two ways of income earning. One is I want to make an income stream from this company, no matter what, from my residual income.
Yes.
Secondly, this stock gives me vested interest in this company in a different form or fashion. And so I don't know what's the most exciting part is. I love to see people's lives change health-wise, but I'll be the first to admit I did not join this company for that.
Mm-hmm.
I had health issues. I didn't believe in you. I did not believe in nutritional industry. I didn't work. I know it's true. And so, but I had health changes, got a lot of things that happened in my life that made a difference for using the products. But I was here for the money because I saw the comp plan, I studied it, and I knew had I had this comp plan in a previous company, what I would have made. I did some calculations on it, and the numbers were just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm in two places, and that is that I see the growth and what's going to happen over the critical mass right now. I love the fact that we've merged and we're a new age, because I believe we're coming out of this pandemic. It's a new age for everybody.
Yes.
I think the name's perfect. And I didn't want to give up Ariix, but I know you didn't want to give up Limu. And we don't give it up. We still have our brands. And by the way, I love the 5X, and I swore I wasn't going to drink in it. Now I've already had a burn this morning. So I think begin to try different things and what things fit you. So what am I the most excited about? Critical mass and the growth that's about to occur. And it's not a matter of whether I think it's happening. I see it in my own business. I went from seeing me have 30 to 40, 50 people join in a month to literally now having, I think in the past 7 days, I was plus 500 new reps. Now, everybody's going to say here, well, he's lucky. He got started early. Yes, that's true. I got started 20 years ago. But the truth of the matter is, when's the best time? What is it, Ken Bailey? I love Ken Bailey's statement. He says, when's the best time to plant an oak tree? Well, it was 100 years ago. So you can sit on an acre and wait for it to grow, or you can plant one today and start over. So, what are you doing in your life that's going to change your life, could change your life if you put the effort in? And
Yes.
so also, I'm jumping around. By the way, you'll find that I'm extremely ADHD.
That's okay. I can follow you.
Have you ever heard the old cliche, it's easier to make the second million than the first one? I've heard people say, so what happened with me, and this is what I'm going to actually speak on in Destin, and that is, why is it that someone can go do it and then someone else struggles to do it? And it's about a 4-inch piece of real estate that keeps people from doing that. And that's the most difficult piece of real estate to get through to. And it's your brain, it's your thoughts, it's your patterns,
Yeah.
self-doubt. And don't believe because you hear my numbers that I didn't have the same self-doubt. It's just that when I did, I just kept getting back up. I kept going through it. I kept fighting. Why? Because I didn't have a lot of choices. If I was going to be financially independent again, and I had made, I try to explain this to somebody. We were making so much money in the blue jean business that I didn't think anything about, I could write a check for $100,000. I didn't think about it. I didn't even check to see if the money was in the account because I knew the banks would not bounce the check because I made too much money.
Right.
So I wanted to get back there. And when you lose everything, and when I say dead broke, let me assure you, in 2001, I was driving a Suburban with 300,000 miles, hail damage, and a broken windshield. And the only reason we didn't sell it for the banks is because it wasn't worth as much as we had owed against it at the time. It was in bad shape. So I slept in it sometimes to build this business because, see, everybody wants to hear the great part. They don't want to hear the negative side. So it took a while to build. It didn't happen overnight, but I didn't quit when it didn't go easily. Todd Rowland was my mentor. And he was this football coach. And I was like, if this football coach can do this from Arkansas, surely to goodness I can do this. Yet he worked hard. And that's the big thing that people want this to be. They want it to be a lottery. They want it to be not work marketing, not network marketing.
Right.
And that's where most people miss the boat, is they don't understand that the people that you hear about with these success stories, it's because of the efforts they put in. It's not they get lucky. I get so tired of hearing people. But you're going to get called lucky anyway. My brother-in-law, my broke brother-in-law, told me I was lucky in the blue jean business. Didn't remember the hours and the effort and the risk I took. Then I got in the other company and our income got up close to 6 figures a month. And he said, you got lucky in the right company again. I'm like, you're in this company. Why am I lucky?
And you're not.
So what I learned is that the earlier I got up and the later I worked, the luckier I got. So, simple as that.
Yeah.
So there's not a free lunch. It's a cause and effect world. Network marketing is no different. The only difference is that once you get this thing off the ground, once you get it rolling, should you so choose, I can assure you, if the Chris decides tomorrow he doesn't want to work NewAge another day, if I don't want to work, Aaron Decker's not deciding to quit because of that. Richard Tuggle, he's on here. I saw the Coopers. That ain't got nothing to do with me. They're just people that are building a business that happen to be on my team.
Right.
So, we've got so many different legs of this going, but it took time to get it to that point. And you can't sign up 4 people and think, that's the biggest misunderstanding, is that sign up 4 people. Can it be? Yeah, it can be. The first person I brought in this company was Aaron Decker. And so pretty good choice.
Whoop.
It's a good part. Aaron asked me to join my team. He wanted me to sponsor him.
Wow.
So when you get some good people going, it's not about you, it's about them. And they become, and Aaron was, at that time, had made money at network marketing, nothing near the level I had. And now I love seeing his success. I love seeing him explode. I love seeing what they're doing. But the same thing holds true with Richard Tuggle. He didn't think all he came in for was to lose some weight. And now he's shut down multiple businesses because he wants to do this full time.
Yes.
That's what most of us understand, is if you kind of get it in your blood, where else can you go? I get rambling here. Where else can you go and make so many friends? I didn't know Robin a year ago. I saw Sonia Emsinger on here. I saw her posting. I didn't know Sonia. She lives in Alabama. That's not even far from Tennessee, but I didn't know her.
Yeah.
So the relationships that you build in this business, the relationships are, they're worth a whole lot to me. As I get older, the relationships, don't get me wrong, I'll never not admit that the money's important because I like to make money. But the relationships you build along the way, those relationships take a lot. It's just hard to explain. They're very valuable. And
Yeah.
I truly believe this also. This company has a culture that is different.
Hmm.
And when the Limu merger was happening, I want to be perfectly honest. I was a little nervous about it. I didn't know anybody there. Ran into it a little. Had a few of their old leaders had a jacket. And so here's the thing. Long story short, we met you. I met Brent the first time, and I'm trying to think. Justin, is it Justin Martin? Met him at an event, and still wasn't convinced. I mean, everybody can be nice at an event. The question is, what kind of heart do they have? Are they really those kind of good people? And I made a trip just to sit with Brent Palmer. He's not. He doesn't live that far from me. And
Oh,
my goal was just to find out what kind of person Brent Palmer was. And I'm sure Brent Palmer wanted to know the same thing about me. Because, and now, I mean, he's become one of my, I mean, I just think the world of Brent Palmer. I mean, he's just, I like him so much. I see the heart, I see the leadership, really good at what he does, way better than me in the industry. You don't have to be good. You just got to surround yourself with the best. I mean,
yes.
I can assure you, there's a bunch of guys got Super Bowl rings, and I know there's a lot of people are anti-football. Sorry, I'm still a football guy. There's a lot of people that played on that Super Bowl team. Everybody remembers Tom Brady because he won the MVP award, but everybody still got their ring.
Yep.
There's not anybody on here who can tell us who was the center for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not one person. Let me assure you, he was just as important as Tom Brady to that team because he had to get the ball to him every time.
Yep.
That defense played well. It's a team, and that's what I see about NewAge is that we are absolutely, absolutely a team of people that have a goal to drive this company to something special. And I actually, this is not making any claim. I don't work for the company, but I see the stock going through $50, $60 over the next few years. And it may not be in the stock part. Don't do the stock. You don't have to do the stock. That's just another avenue for you to be able to do that. And I'm just, I'm excited. So when you ask me what I'm excited about, goodness, I'm excited about the stock. I'm excited about the growth. I'm excited about critical mass. I just see so many things happening to make this company become what I truly will believe is going to be one of the, if not the largest. That's their goal.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
love
have to be
that.
the largest industry, but for me, what if it did?
Right. Right. Well, gosh, Chris, thank you so much. That was awesome. Like, talk about inspiration and wanting to see a better future for ourselves. We absolutely, you cast a vision for that. And when we first knew that we were going to be able to buy stocks, I didn't buy, but I was in the hallway when you were buying. I was in the hallway and you're buying, but and I kick myself now because, man, it's already gone up, $3.50 or whatever per share since then. But it's okay because every day we can start over and we can buy stock now. And another thing I love is that, and you know this more than I do even, but when we came over from Limu, there was 6 of us that were invited to Salt Lake City to meet the owners. And I've never in my life seen corporate connection where the corporate team and the field can intermingle, they work together. I've never seen integrity like these owners have had. And they are, down to business folks. They're not willy-nilly playing around. They want to see all of us succeed. And the number one thing that I think that I saw when Ariix went over to NewAge, or we joined together, is that the rep comes first. The field comes first. Like that, they both had that vision. NewAge did, Ariix did, and actually Limu did as well. The rep comes first. And so I love that. So you can be assured that you're joining a company that has your best interest at heart. They're not going to try and squish you down and make you, not make as much money as they want, to make more money as a company. No, they want you to make the money. They want you to have everything. And I love that. And so it brings a big, brighter future for all of us. And so, Chris, I'm gonna just let you go, but I want to share a few other things with the people that have joined us. And I don't want to take any more time, but thank you so much, Chris. I'm really excited to be with you in Florida again. We'll have to have one of those little juice drinks with an umbrella in it, when we go down there. But thank you so much for joining. And for all of you who are still here, I just want to say, I haven't shared a lot of details. I found that when you can just talk to somebody and you can just glean from their wisdom, like we were able to do with Chris, I love that. Sometimes that's more beneficial than all the actual details, because you can get the details anywhere. You can ask anybody here for the details. So what we are is a house of brands. We have several different brands of nutritional products, things that you're using every day: water, skincare, essential oils, weight management, those kinds of things. These are products you're using every day. So what we do is we help people to redirect their spending into their own home-based business, because it can help people to have a little bit of extra income in their home. They can have different tax benefits. They're able to work from home and their phone. So wherever they travel around the world, they can use their phone to work. Or you can work from your living room. Like I'm working right here at my dining room table. I love that. And with this pandemic that we've seen, people need a place to work from their home. They need a business they can count on, because so many people have lost their businesses. They've lost their jobs. So I would encourage you to just take a look, ask the person who invited you here to give you more details, to show you how you get started. It's very simple. You purchase a pack of products. You can do that big, or you can do it small, or not at all. You can just join as a wholesale rep, and we can teach you how to do that. And you can be successful here. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. It was so fun. And Chris, what a great job you did. I'm so happy that I've gotten to know you. So everybody, you can go ahead and unmute yourself, and we'll have a little dance.